Hey, my Jujubes, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Today's video is a little late on the upload, but it is what it is, and I am here. So I'm recording on a different thing, so I feel like I don't know where I'm looking, so I'm trying to look straight ahead, but I feel like I'm looking sideways, but whatever. So today I have a place called Freddy's Steak Burger. It was real quick. I was out, so I said I might as well go ahead and do this. It reminds me of Steak and Shake, but you know, it is what it is. So how are you guys doing today? If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. My fries cold, y'all. So yesterday, I forgot to put my boo back out here. Because this, I can't tell his story without him. I cannot. I can't tell y'all about ethic without ethic. And I also want to let Messiah come in because he's shining in this too, okay? I really didn't want to take him out this place. I kind of gonna lie to y'all. And if I wanted to order another ethic candle, I couldn't today because I done got on the website and Ash Army done sold them out again. Like, he can't even get in good. I feel like she said it was 100 more, and before I could think about it, it was like, double or. Okay. So, I have my phone here with me today because I need a little point of reference. Like, I've read this series a lot of times, but I want to make sure that I am not overtelling the story, but that I still am giving the details about this. So we are at, if you need to see the cover, this is Ethic 2. You probably can't even see it because it's too bright, but it's a yellow cover. That is really bright, but don't worry about it. So today we're going to be talking about Ethic 2, and I want to give you guys a heads up on how Ashley gave us a heads up because, excuse me, yesterday I belched in a video, y'all, and that was so rude. It was, I could hear it. Sorry, but Ethic 2 is very, very emotional, okay? It tugs on every single emotion you can think of. It is sad, because Alani goes through a lot emotionally, you know, with losing her daughter and falling in love with the man who got rid of her daughter. So, remember I told you that Ethic 2 ends out with Morgan and Messiah trying to figure out what they gonna do, how they gonna be to each other, because she was sad because she thought he was messing with one of her friends, but he really was just doing it, you know, to try to push her away. But so they wind up getting together. And so book 2 starts out with Morgan and Messiah. They in her apartment. She greasing his scalp, retwisting his hair. They are in just a love-stuck affair right now, okay? All day she doing college work, doing class. All day he in the streets. In the wee hours of the morning, he bring it back to her. And she doesn't really know where they stand, but she doesn't want to press the issue or ask many questions because she don't want to seem immature. Or pushy. She kind of so happy that she actually had the opportunity or a chance to even be with him that she don't want to mess it up by asking too many questions. She just wants it to be real. So they kind of like in the bubble. Like I said, he run the streets all day. She go to school. She don't hear from him during the day, but at the middle of the night, he coming to knock on the door because he coming back for his baby. So, they're kind of, it's pure. It's new, like I said. It's fresh. It is almost uncharted territories. Like, Messiah has never had... He's usually not soft with women. He don't have that soft bone in his... Let me say he doesn't utilize the soft bone that he has in his body. Like, he just kind of like... I ain't going to say use and abuse women, but he just kind of take them for what they are. They a good time, but it's not something that, you know, I'm going to write home to my mom about, or that I'm going to brag about, or that I'm going to let people see somebody hanging on my arm. Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, I live for the streets. I'm from the streets. The streets raised me. And I owe nothing to nobody but the streets. That's how Messiah's mentality is. But since he has met Morgan, she has kind of softened him. And had him, you know, kind of thinking of things that he probably normally wouldn't think of. Now, mind you, Morgan just had her surgery for her to be able to hear. And so he tells her, like, you know, I noticed that you are really into music lately. And she's like, yeah, I feel like there's a song for every emotion that I've ever felt. And I never knew until now. And so I think the song she was listening to was that Mary J. Blige songs. 7 Days. You know, Monday. A friend of mine. I can't sing all the words. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so he asked her, like, is this song how you feel? She's like, I don't really know. Like, it's just, you know, I just like the song, you know. And so, but like I said, she doesn't really know where they stand, what they doing, where they going, but she does know that she doesn't want it to end. Messiah used to, of course, deal with Morgan and look after her. At first, his excuse kind of was like out of loyalty to ethic. Like, you know, I got to look out for his family because I look out for him. But then it turned into loyalty to her. You know, like, I feel like I'm not even worthy enough to be in the same presence or vicinity as her. So I'm going to take care of her. So he told her, no, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'll always be there for you. I'm not going to get... She was like, yeah, until you get bored. And he had like, I ain't going to get bored. And, you know, I'm not going to get bored with you. And then he asked her, like, well, what do you want it to be? And she was like, I just want it to be real. And he's like, that's what it is. Then you want a little boyfriend? I'll be a little boyfriend. That's one of my favorite lines in the book. But that's what he says to her, like, you want me to be your little boyfriend? I'll be your little boyfriend. She's like, don't try to make it, you know, make me sound childish. She's like, no, I'm not trying to make you sound childish. You young. I'm trying to go at your pace and allow you to live your life without any pressures of, you know, being so serious, but still knowing that I'm here. I ain't going nowhere, you know. So, they are in their element, okay, and doing what they do best, being intimate with each other. And it's like being with her has kind of brought about an innocence in him, something that he never experienced as a kid. You have to think Messiah's 25 years old, Morgan's 18. She comes from a privileged, I want to say, background. He comes from the streets. Like he got a scuffle. He hustled and bustled to get the things that he had. So he is kind of like raised on survival. Whereas Morgan comes from love. Even though she lost all of her parents when she was younger, she still was brought into a family that still was able to pour love and, excuse me, love into her, you know, build her up and let her know she's important, and, you know, treat her like a person and not necessarily, you know, somebody that's just in the way. Whereas Messiah's growing up, it was horrible. Okay. It was kind of like every man for themselves, you know, from a young age, and it just is what it is. So it seems like every time he would have to leave her, it would weigh on him because she did things for him that nobody has ever done. Like make sure he got soap in the bathroom, his kind of soap in the bathroom in her house, and making sure that she uses rose water to twist his locks, and organic oil that she orders off of Amazon for him. Like it's the specific things that she does and the ways that she goes about it that brings about a tenderness in his heart. Like he said, mine's been sealed up, it's broken, it don't work, and here she is resuscitating and bringing life back to an organ in my body that I very rarely use. So, he loves Morgan, okay? The best that he knows how. And I think that it is so pure because he's doing something that he didn't even know that he was capable of. Or he didn't even know that he wanted to do. You know, it was like, I didn't even know I wanted this. It's kind of like, you know, you meet somebody, y'all hang out, and you be thinking like, I really ain't ready for no relationship. And then you meet a guy or a woman, and he or she sweep you off of you, but oh, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. And that's exactly how Morgan is for Messiah. She's his, I think I can do this. You know, I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but with her, I think I'm willing to risk it all. Now, mind you, he's really going against the grain because Ethic doesn't want Morgan and Messiah to be together. He doesn't feel like Messiah is good enough for Morgan, and that the lifestyle that Messiah leads is going to, in some way, shape, or form, come back on Morgan. And he doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want her thirst for the streets and her thirst to be loved to turn into something tragic for her. And that's basically what he told Morgan and Messiah. But Messiah felt like, well, this just going to have to be what it's going to be because I can't see me experiencing life now that I've known her and now that I know what she does to me. I can't imagine experiencing life without her in it the way that she's made me feel. So if I got to sneak around at 25 to see Lil Morgan, I'm going to sneak around at 25 to see Lil Morgan. So that's what he's doing right now, okay? That's how it starts off a book two. It starts off about, you know, them trying to figure out what they have going on, but that it is really a love thing. Like I said, it's a whole lot of passion going on in the beginning, okay? It's a whole lot of heat, if you know what I'm saying. It's a whole lot of, y'all know what I mean. So, now you go into Alani, okay? And she is, if there's another word for devastated, broken, she is flabbergasted. She is completely in shock. She is hurt. I can't describe no other word, but she's completely broken at this point. Not only has she had to experience the loss of her brother and the loss of her daughter, the burial of them both. Her great aunt, which is her nanny, now she's in hospital in a coma. And on top of all of that, the man who helped her initially through the beginning stages of the healing process, she finds out that he's the one who is responsible for her being broken in that manner. But she loves him. And how do you love someone who has done something so tragic to you? Even though it was an accident, it was not something that he did on purpose. How do you love him still? I think the bigger question is, how do you unlove him? Okay, he came along and he's like your knight in shining armor. He made you feel things that you've never felt before, physically, emotionally, mentally. He's been there. from, like I said, covering her daughter's funeral to buying her a car to making sure, just the little small things are taken care of for her, getting her back and forth to school, getting her back and forth to work, hugging her when she needed to be hugged, those type of things. Like, he came in and he was like a breath of fresh air for her when she was drowning. And so now you have let your guards down and you let him in, and then you find out, like, boom, I'm the one who did what I did to your daughter. Like, that's heartbreaking, okay? So she is now at home. And like I said, when she walked in from the whole ordeal, the father of her child was home. His name is Kareem. And she has to face him because now she has to explain to him that their daughter has passed away. And she also has to explain to him the state of mind that she's in with the person who actually exterminated her daughter. So in her mind, of course, she feels like she was deceived, she was bamboozled, and she can't figure it out. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm in love with a person who exterminates people. And she's like, I can't believe that. I can't believe the wool was poured over my eyes like it was that close to me. And I done basically got into bed with the devil. So she's in her bathtub. Cream's outside knocking on the door. She's like, just give me a minute. All of a sudden she goes insane. Like, I can't believe I let him touch me. I can't believe he was in my hair. She gets some scissors. She chop her hair up. Like, she's really going through like a whole mental breakdown. Okay. And it's real different. So he tell her, like, open up the door. He's more concerned about something that don't have nothing to do with her mentally breaking down. He asked her, like, whose truck is that outside? Now, mind you, she done drove Ethic's truck home the day, either that day or the night before, that morning, once she had figured out everything had happened. And so then she's just running everything back to her, like, oh my God, Nanny really recognized who he was. And so she just looks like she looks crazy. So basically, she comes out of the shower with the scissors in her hand. Her hair is cut up everywhere, all messed up. So Cream is like, what's up, La? Like, you okay? Like, what did you do? Like, and she like, I messed up. I really messed up. And he like, what did you do? The only thing you got to do is tell me whose car you driving. And she told him, like, the day you had somebody come up to my door asking me about kids that I didn't know you have was the last time you was able to ask me questions. So she, even though she done checked out, she hasn't checked out enough for her to be like, let him talk to her crazy. So my fries cold, so I'm not eating. But he basically asked her who you talking to, got the hand around her neck. They going crazy, screaming and hollering at each other. Basically, and I really still don't know why she did this, but she wound up telling him that she was with the man who killed their daughter. So now he think it's a setup. Like, oh, so you was with the man and you had something happen to my daughter with him, or like, was y'all in it together? Was it like an insurance fraud? Like, he was confused, and she like, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. It wasn't on purpose. I trusted him. Like, he got me in, wheeled me in, and I didn't know any better. And she's like, how can I be so stupid? How can I do something so stupid? And so now he done flipped out on her, put her head against the wall. It was accidental, but I understand his anger. So now he's trying to figure out who did it. But then he says the wrong name. Like, oh, he know who did it. His name is, and he says Messiah was the one who did it. And Alani doesn't correct him. She doesn't say like, oh, no, you wrong. It's not him, but this is who it really is. And so in her mind, she's thinking like, oh my gosh, am I really trying to like save him? And he was the one who did what he did. Or is it really the love that I have grown to have for him that is allowing me to try to buy me some time before I can really figure out how to sort all of this out? Because mind you, she's still distraught. Everything is crazy. Everybody's crazy. It's just, it's a lot. So he leaves, and she, of course, has another breakdown in the shower or whatever. And so I'm going to stop here because I don't want to, it's another big chunk of information that I don't want to overload. So just know now, Cream thinks that Messiah was the one who did what they did to the daughter. And Alani's trying to save Ethic from being found out. So I will be back tomorrow with another video. And if you're new, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye my jujubes.